My name is Lailey. I go to Shortridge High School and I will be attending Butler in the fall. I feel like it's easier to take than it is to give. And so not practicing that act of just giving without reason, it kind of as you go through life, you don't really know how to do it. And I feel like that's what we lack in the world sometimes. So at Shortridge, I feel like they kind of introduce that idea of doing things without any reason to. Most of my challenges were mental, a lot of times not feeling good enough or smart enough, or I had enough time to do things. I think I feel like it's something as you get older, you start to work more on in a way, realizing how to not only feel better, but what works for you and how to get things done. Because a lot of times, I would get so stuck in my own idea of what things need to look like and what they should be that I just wouldn't do it at all because it's oh, it's not turning out how I want it to. But actually having to remove the idea of oh, it has to be this way, and just learning to work with what's given to you. And so I feel like that's been kind of my obstacle throughout high school is my own self-perception and my own perception of how things are. Well, it is my academics because I recently got up to a 3.9, so a little bit excited about that one. But I would also say learning how to treat people and learning the type of person I wanted to be. Learning that you can branch out and you can leave things and certain habits and things alone and want better for yourself. Even if it's not necessarily bad, sometimes it's just not for you. Caring about your environment and the places that you spend your time. Sometimes people don't take care of the places they're at and oh, they'll leave trash here, or I feel like I care a lot more about what the school looks like now than when I was 3 years back. And actually realizing that there's other people who have to clean up after you, and there's other people who have to pick up the stuff that you're not. And so and then it's not even just about that, but wanting your school to look good. What if somebody came into your school and then it just looked dirty and trashy? And it's the same way you would treat your home. I feel like I value the spaces that I'm in, especially learning this isn't just a school. This is a place where people come and it's to be taken seriously. Learning how to be social in a way. Because it's not all academics all the time. You have to know how to talk to people. You have to know how to maneuver and work with people. And I mean, you'll hear it a lot, but it's you got to be able to work with different people. And sometimes I feel like I didn't sometimes, oh, I don't like them, so I'm not gonna work with them, or this and that. But it's sometimes it doesn't matter. And when you push aside petty drama and stuff like that, or petty reasons, it's really not that hard to work with people. And it's something that you can't be immature at your job. You can't be sitting there well, I don't like her, so I'm not gonna work with her, or just stuff like that. So I feel experiences with people, just putting aside, what he said, she said, and actually getting to know people and work with people. I've benefited because a lot of things that we do at Shortridge can be considered things on your college application, or any sort of application really. You can take a lot of the things that we do here and write it down as an experience, or write it down as just something to have. So you really don't have to participate in clubs for real. We'll go on field trips sometimes where you can help out, or even our service weeks where we go out, we do that. So you can tell people oh, I've worked at a food shelter before, I've done this. So they kind of implement a way of getting you experiences while still being in school. I feel when you're younger, your brain has a way of making things seem worse than they are sometimes. And as time goes on, things get better. And that's what something I wish people would tell me more. I mean, I guess people did tell me, but it didn't register to me like I feel like it does now, because when you're stuck in that moment, you feel like that is forever, but it's not forever. So just like keep moving and don't get stuck around people who are going to keep you in the same space. I would say shocking, beautiful, and swaggy.